Good morning, it's time for a cup of joe.
I want to be a cup of joe, your first sip in the morning.
Well, it's Lent, and that means for Catholics it's 40 days of fasting, prayer, and almsgiving. For fasting this year, I'm going to be fasting from YouTube videos. I'm going to try not to watch YouTube videos. It's going to be really hard. I watch a lot of YouTube. For prayer, I'm going to be going to Mass every single day, except for Saturdays. So that's going to be really good. I'm excited for that. Almsgiving, I don't know what we're going to do. Even though Lent has started, Aaron and I haven't really talked about it. It's hard when you're just like have tons of debt to give to people, even though, I don't know. It's weird because I feel like we're rich even though we are in debt because we still manage to have more expendable cash. And obviously there are people in much more need than us. So I think we're going to try to think of something that we consume, that we can go without, and then give that money to charity. Lent is by far my favorite season of the year. Like, I absolutely love the idea of just going without and sacrificing and trying to find something that you enjoy doing, but that maybe is taking up too much of your time or too much of your focus, and just going without it and seeing what happens, filling that extra time with prayer and meditation and self-reflection. I think the world would be such a better place if people just learned the value of sacrifice and the value of self-control and self-denial. Telling yourself, just stop. Just don't do that thing that you really like doing. Just see what happens if you go for a while without doing it. See what happens when you learn to control yourself and say, I really enjoy doing that and there's nothing wrong with doing it, but I'm not going to do it just because I want to build that self-control. I want to sacrifice it to God. I want to give the glory to God and say, you know what? For you, I'm going to go without this thing. I really like the idea of choosing something that you would like to see make into a real habit. So like, I'm going to daily Mass because I really think that I should be going to daily Mass, and that's something that I hope after Lent to continue doing. Also, the same thing with the sacrifices. Like, in the past, I've given up Dr. Pepper. Now that's something that I don't drink. I gave up shampoo one year, and now I never use shampoo. What else? Have I ever given up Facebook? I'm not sure. I think I might have given up Facebook. I used to be on Facebook a ton. Now I never go on it, so you can count that. For the past 2 years, I've given up my hair for Lent. Like, I didn't shave it every single day, but on Ash Wednesday at the beginning of Lent, I shaved all of my beard off, my head hair. It was just gone. I chose not to do that this year because I want to grow out my hair, and this is how long it's grown. I haven't really cut it. Well, I've had a few trims, but I haven't really cut it since last Ash Wednesday, and this is how long it's grown, and I really want it to grow longer. I really miss having long hair, so I'm trying to grow out my hair. But I have to admit that I really miss starting off Lent with no hair. Like, I don't know, there was something just so sacrificial and visual about it. Like, when I woke up every day, I was a new person. I was completely different, and that's kind of the point of Lent. The point of Lent is to sort of die for yourself so that you can be born again for Christ. And I love my hair, and so shaving it all off really is a great way for me to die to myself. So I'm not really sure that I've made the right choice by not shaving it off this year, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to see, I'm going to grow out my hair. But Lent just doesn't feel the same with hair, I guess. I don't know. So by giving up YouTube, I'm hoping to make it a habit. Not that I want to give up YouTube completely after Lent, but I'm out of control with how much I watch YouTube. And when I watch YouTube, I watch it at work, and I'm just like, every time I'm trying to get something done, it's just like, yeah, but YouTube, oh, my subscription box, oh, YouTube. So I really want to get my YouTube viewing under control. Either set a certain amount of time every day to watch YouTube, like from 8 to 9 is when I can watch YouTube, and then after that, no more. Or maybe even not watch YouTube at all except for one day a week, and then just have a binge day where I'm just like, boom, go through my subscription feed and just have at it. I was really tempted to go through every day, go through my subscriptions and put any videos that I wanted to watch into my watch later playlist, but I decided not to do that because the reason I'm not watching YouTube is not just to control, like, to get some of my time back, but it's also to take a step back from the world of, like, consuming all these videos and feeling like I have to see what's happening new, what's happening with this YouTuber and da-da-da, and just focus more on myself and my relationship with God. And by constantly going on to my subscriptions and putting stuff into my watch later for after Lent, I feel like it just kind of keeps me a little bit connected to that world when I don't want to be. That's the whole point, is to let go of that and just let my mind breathe and not be so involved in it. Which means that once Easter comes, my subscription box is going to have so many new videos. But it's good because then I can go through and just pick the ones that I really, really want to watch. And if I watch YouTube every day, I'll probably watch some videos from some YouTubers that I don't really need to or like aren't that valuable. But when I go for a long time without watching them and then they all build up, then I'm like, okay, I don't have time for that one, I don't have time for that one, okay, this is a good one. And all the kids at school are like, are you going to give up your hair again? Are you going to give up your hair again? I'm like, no, this year I'm not doing it. I'm like, they're like so disappointed, even though some of them are like, don't do it, you look terrible. Which is kind of funny because like people at church have said that to me. Like, I mean, it's fine, I'm not offended, but it's just funny that they're like, oh, please don't do that again. Like, we did not like it when you shaved off all your hair. I'm like, well, I didn't do it for you. So you had nothing to do with the motivation, and whether or not that's kind of the point, was to die to myself and to not look like I really like having hair. So to not have that was the reason, not because whether or not you liked it. Update on the towels. We have purged the towels. We are now down to every single person having, well, except for me, I just have my one towel, but Aaron and the kids each have one towel, and then one like bath towel and one beach towel. And then we have, I think, 2 extra towels, which actually Damien doesn't have any, so I guess those will be his. I feel like I'm finally getting to the point where I can see the light at the end of the tunnel with all the crap we have. I know you may think, oh, I'm a minimalist, I've just not got much, but I do have a wife who is not a minimalist, and I have 3 kids. And we've just accumulated so much stuff. We have 2 attics, a garage, a basement, all of which tend to be places that just collect the crap you don't use. So we still have stuff in our garage that we're trying to sell. But I took all the stuff from the basement, all the stuff from both attics, and put them all into one empty bedroom that we have. I just spilled. So I put all the extra stuff just into one room so we can just see it all in one place, and that's what kind of spurred going through like some blankets and some extra stuff. And being able to see it all in one place finally just gives me hope. Like, okay, this is all we have. This is what we have to go through to either use or eventually get rid of or whatever. And while I'm not a huge fan of what's in that room or going in that room, it makes me feel so much more at peace knowing that there's not things tucked away in all these unseen attics and the basement and stuff like that. Like, it's all just here. Like, we can see all of our crap. And to me, that's a big strategy I like to use when getting rid of stuff, is even stuff you're not ready to go through. Either you don't have the time to go through it all, or you're just not ready to let go of some of it, is to just put it all where you can see it and where you have to walk by it every day. Because I feel like when you see it every day, you realize how day after day after day you're not using it, and then you'll eventually just be like, okay, this is just stupid. Why do I have to keep looking at this? Get rid of it. Whereas when it's tucked away in an attic or a closet or whatever, you don't see it, and then when you do find it, you're like, oh, but you're not mentally prepared to deal with it as much, I guess. At least that's how I see it. The highlight of my week this week was definitely what happened after Mass, after Ash Wednesday Mass. We were packing up, getting the kids' coats on, getting ready to go, and we could not find Cordelia. Like, she dashed away, and Come here. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.
I want to be a cup of joe. Your first sip in the morning. You get your going ritual and what we sow from within. Let me be a cup of joe.
Love you, bye.
Baby, take me as I am.
Can you say love you, bye?
Love you, bye.